Hello everyone to another writing vlog, although I guess in this case it's going to be a little bit different because while this is technically still a writing vlog, it is predominantly a writing adventure story because this weekend, alongside these next couple of days, while I am going to be working on my YA fantasy narrative breakdown, I am also this weekend going on the blacksmithing experience for my writing research for the upcoming YA fantasy of mine. So it's going to be a little writing retreat, writing adventure sort of vlog entry alongside plotting out this particular book. So very excited for it. It's Thursday today, so I've got a few days before that all happens, but I'm very excited, and so I'm going to be jotting down my journey of writing the narrative breakdown, and then the journey will begin. So it's Friday now, and I had my meeting with the people that I'm working with for the YA fantasy last night. It went really well. They're really happy with how the story is working out, which is great. I'm also really happy with how the story is working out. I'm still going through the narrative breakdown. I wanted to finish it yesterday. I did get to Act 3 of 5 of the writing section, which is still pretty good, so I'm happy with where I am. But I'm hoping to finish tonight. And if I can't finish tonight, definitely early Saturday morning before I go for blacksmithing. I use the Freytag pyramid, I think is what it's called, which is like the 5-act structure in a sense as well, which is exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. And it's really helpful for me. I really enjoy using the 5-act structure. It's so much simpler for me and also breaks it down a little bit better, especially for when I do the sequences as well. But I've been using that and breaking it up on Campfire Pro, which is where I do like all of my outlining stuff. I know they've got Campfire Blaze now, and really I should probably be moving to Campfire Blaze because it's more updated and it's, you know, so much better in a sense. But I love Campfire Pro and I don't like change, so I'm sticking with it for now. I do recommend it for anyone watching who is like a really intense outliner like I am. Like, I have 2 different outlines with extra initial details. I've got the Story Bible and then I've got my Campfire Pro details as well. But that's where I've been doing all of my timeline stuff, which is the narrative breakdown. So I'm on the climax, it's going well. I've got some really fun names for the different events, which I'm thinking may be the titles that I use for the chapter titles. We'll see. I'm hoping to actually start writing the book by like mid-end September. But we shall see. But for now, I'm on my lunch break for work, so can't do too much at the moment, but you'll see a little bit of writing later, and then we're on to the adventure. everyone, it is Saturday today. It's about 12:15 at the moment. As you can see, I am on the motorway. Obviously I'm not driving, my mother is driving. I won't put her on camera. But we are on the way to Oldfield Forge in Herefordshire. We've got a long way to go. We've got an hour and 45 minutes left for the drive. I'm really going all out with this writing adventure here, guys. I say me, I'm making my mum drive me. So technically she's going all out and then I get the fun and she has to wait for 3 hours while I do my fun writing experience. But she's going to go to a nearby town and hang out. She'll be fine, it's fine. I'm going to get people in the comments really angry that I'm taking advantage of you now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna, well, hopefully it's gonna be fun. And yeah, obviously I'll share the experience when I'm there. But for now, driving vlog maybe, or actually no, I'll just start when I get there because you don't want to see the road. But I'm looking forward to it, so should be fun. So it is Monday today. I didn't do any filming yesterday because I was exhausted and I also got to meet up with some friends, which is always good. So it is Monday and I'm feeling back on the incredible adventure that I had on Saturday with blacksmithing at Oldfield Forge in Herefordshire here in England. Although I guess technically it's closer to Wales, but you know, geography does not matter here. But I had an absolutely incredible time. I was there for about 3. I didn't leave until about 7:30 because I took a little bit longer with making the thing that I was doing, which was a toasting fork or a barbecue fork for the marshmallows. And oh my god, I learned so much. This is the thing, and this is what I really wanted to get out of this writing adventure, even though it was technically me using the fact that I'm writing a book that features a blacksmithing character as an excuse to go blacksmithing. I learned so much for this book, and the people who were there that I mentioned when I mentioned to them that it was for a book, they had a whole conversation with my mum. My mum came back earlier and she spoke to every single one of them, and they had a whole conversation about it, and they said to her that they really appreciated that someone was coming to take the time to actually learn about blacksmithing before writing it, because in most cases things like Hollywood, for example, give a really sort of false image of what blacksmithing is like. But besides that, anyway, it was just, I learned so much. I learned the specifics of what I need for my story. I asked questions specific to the story as well, of the different journey and how blacksmithing works, what you can do with it, what can't you do, how to control the fire, and all these things that were specific to my story, but also just in general. They guided me through every single little bit of it. And as you saw in the clips before as well, like I was able to do quite a few things on my own. My arm is killing me from it though, because I used just this arm for the hammering. I should have kind of done a little bit of both. So this arm is very weak, this arm is getting stronger, so I need to balance it out in some way. But to show, this is the show and tell portion. So quick cut in, so I'm going to do an audio description of what I made in the next segment, because I know that a few of my viewers are blind and I want to make sure that everyone is able to understand what it is that I've done. I know some of the bits before of the vlog you kind of can't really get that, but at least this bit I thought, you know, this is something that I can do, so I'm going to do it. So we're going to start on the end here, which is the toasting aspect of the two prongs, which there's two of them, and as I found out, it's technically called a bident, which I find quite hilarious if I'm honest. So it curves into two opposite directions, and then it curls in on itself to kind of make the fork aspect of the prongs to put the marshmallows on. We then stretch down into this long bit of metal, which has these different curls and twists going down the middle. The bit closest to the top with the handle basically, all kind of go in a similar sort of line. They follow in a pattern similar, and then I did this thing by accident called, which is called a water twirl, I think, or something, or a waterfall twist or something. I can't even remember exactly what it's called, but apparently these are really difficult to make, and so it shows like this sort of opposite flowing pattern when it twirls around, because it's going in the opposite direction to the other twirls. And apparently this is really difficult to do, but I did it completely by accident. We then move on to the end part of this, which is a further curve, sort of like in a hook shape, that curves in on itself with a small little twirl on the inside, which is basically completely for aesthetic. There's no reason for this except for a handle and kind of the aesthetics, but I think it's pretty cool. I did find this very difficult to make though, so I did actually get some help with this last little bit. I absolutely loved making it. I do definitely intend on going back specifically to make a sword next time, because that is a big part of the book is sword making. But there was just so much that I learned, and it's so beneficial for the story. I've got an entire page of notes on my phone dedicated to the things that I learned, things that I'm going to introduce to the character, to the story, and everything about it. And I'm so grateful to the people at Oldfield Forge. So if any of you are watching this video because you asked about my channel, hello, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to put them in the acknowledgements if I can. I'm just really grateful, and I'm really glad that I took the chance to actually go and get some blacksmithing experience for the book. And yeah, it's been amazing, and I've already started continuing working on the narrative breakdown since doing so, even though I am exhausted. I'm going to do more of that today because I've got the day off work because my arm is killing me, and I'm a little tired. But the whole thing was just a trip. If I'm honest, I kind of can't believe that I made a thing. I made a thing out of steel, and it works, which is weird. In my head, I'm like, no, it's not going to work. It's just, you know, but it does. And yeah, I'm feeling so much more confident about this YA fantasy since doing this, and knowing that I have the capabilities and the knowledge to an extent of how blacksmithing will work for my main character. And once this narrative breakdown is finished, I'm going to start writing this book, and I'm so excited to do it. As you can tell, I'm absolutely chuffed, man. It's been a great experience. I'm truly grateful for the guys who taught me, and I'm definitely going to input all the knowledge that I got from this, and I'm going back again. Do I need to? Technically not, but I'm going to, so I will. And I'll do probably another video again when I go again to make the sword. So this is going to be the end of the vlog here, but be sure to obviously check out the rest of my videos across the channel. There'll be another vlog coming out next Wednesday. Going back to writing that time, I'll probably do more writing adventures. I do have an exciting announcement that some of you may have seen if you're in the Discord server or if you follow me on social media, but if you don't, be sure to check out the links in the description box to follow me on all my social medias. Check out the Discord server, check out my merchandise, support me on Patreon if you can. Can't support me on Patreon, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, drop a thumbs up, a comment, let me know what you've been working on. Have you been getting into any writing adventures recently? Whatever the case, let me know in the comment section. And again, thank you all so much for watching this writing adventure of mine, and I'll see you guys in the next one.